Tree Talking Time is brought to you by Conkey's Outdoors. Get all your hound hunting needs at conkeys.com. Welcome to Tree Talking Time, where we talk all things tree dogs, from the smallest feists to the largest hounds, treating squirrels to bears and everything in between. And from time to time, we might even run a little fast game. Need reliable housing for your animals? Animal Housing Solutions in Mayo, Florida builds custom coops, kennels, and shelters that are strong, durable, and designed with your animal's comfort in mind. Whether you need a large-scale kennel or a small custom chicken coop, they've got you covered. Quality craftsmanship, great service, and solutions built to last. That's the Animal Housing Solution promise. Check them out at Animal Housing Solutions on Facebook. Animal Housing Solutions, where your animals come first.
So, we graduated high school in 2014.
Yep.
And went to college for a year playing baseball. And then I decided that a girl was more important than going to school. And then I was kind of, I don't want to say I was stuck, but I was like, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something in the outdoor industry. And I had talked to some people, and one of my friends had done it before. So I figured that the best thing for me to do was go to an outfitting and guiding and packing school.
Okay.
So I went to Phillipsburg, Montana, with Cody and Lorraine Henson to Royal Tyne Guide and Packer School. And at that time, websites were nice, but they're not like what they are now. So their website was still kind of old, and it still might be yet. I haven't gone on it lately. But I knew they ran cats.
Mm-hmm.
And I got out there, and they have this fleet of black and tans, like a full-on fleet that went with them everywhere they go. The black and tans are their kids. So I'm going to guide school. We're packing horses. We're doing different scenarios, horse injuries, learning how to do all that. And they have this little puppy, and her name was Hope. And I was like, man, this is the cutest little puppy that I have ever seen.
Very long hairs.
Oh, she
you
was
were
beautiful.
sending me pictures.
Yeah, I'd send Brenna pictures all the time, and at that point, I was like, I think we were texting back and forth, and we were just still dating at the time. I was like, we're getting a puppy on the way home. I'm going to find somewhere to get a puppy. Mm-hmm. And it ended up that
And you was not allowed to get a puppy.
Yeah, I still live with mom and dad.
Oh, I know. I was there.
Yeah.
I did that.
There was no dogs allowed, really. So I was just kind of going to figure out how to live with this puppy.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a dog from Donnie Egley in Iowa on the way home from I was guiding in Colorado, but my boss lived in North Dakota. So when we were finished guiding, we took all the horses back to his place in North Dakota and then drove back, and I picked Nellie up, the 11-year-old, while Brenna flew out to drive home with me.
Yep.
And we picked her up and surprised my family with myself, and because I told them that I was still guiding hunts, so they didn't know I was coming home for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Walked into Thanksgiving dinner with a puppy. So they couldn't say much about the dog at the time because they were happy to see him.
Yeah, they couldn't do it. So that's where it started.
I'm real confused. We're going to back this story up just a little bit. You quit school for a girl, but then you went to Montana.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't really make a lot of sense.
He left.
You went
the
further
girl.
away.
I did go further away. I think at that point it wasn't I quit school because I wanted to be with her, but then I wasn't doing what I loved, but I still love Brenna.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
It was just kind of funny. You're like, I quit school for, because I wanted to be with her. And I'm like, but then you went across the country where you were gone even more.
Well, and
it was good for us.
It was really good for us because I think it both gave us time to mature.
Mm-hmm.
It gave her time to finish school. It gave me time to mature even more, get some good life experiences. But, I wasn't gone for, 10 months out of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be gone from, give or take, like we'll say September to November, and then I'd be home, and then I'd be gone from March until June.
Okay.
So it was kind of split up. I ended up not even working in Colorado. I worked in Nebraska guiding deer and turkey hunts.
Okay.
Which was nothing to do with what I went to guide school for. Again, kind of like a crazy situation of everything falls into place.
Mm-hmm.
And my boss that I worked for out there actually ended up being a fellow houndsman.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
He raised greyhounds and trained greyhounds, bird dogs, and then he also ran coonhounds too. So that was kind of a cool ground for us to be friends on. He's still one of my best friends.
That's awesome.
To this day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's how we grew from one dog in 2016, 15. 2015.
We got married in 2020, but we still only had one dog.
And here we are. 6 years later. And how many are out there?
So we're actually...
I mean total. I want the total number.
So we're running pretty lean and mean on...
adults.
On adults.
But I'm just saying, I just want a number of actual... How many mouths...
That I own?
No. How many mouths are you feeding
on
right
this ground? Well, there's 16 puppies and 2 inside, so that's 18.
Those are adults. So 16 puppies, 2 adults inside, and then 8.
5, yep.
So that's 10.
No, because Rose is on the back too.
11 adults. 11 adults and puppies. So we have a bunch.
11 plus 16, 27.
Got 27 dogs.
Right now.
And the litter, like the puppies, like...
That's just funny.
I don't ever...
From 1 to 27.
Yeah, in a couple years. And I don't ever want to claim to be like a breeder by any means. I mean, I do breed... We breed dogs. One, because I want to better our breed.
Mm-hmm.
My goal... if I'm making crosses, my goal is to create the best black and tan that can be made.
Makes sense. And honestly, people that are breeding dogs, that should be your goal.
Yeah, and that's with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you're doing. But this one just so happened that like I had 2 females of David's to breed. I had just bought Rat in February, and he had planned on breeding these dogs to Rat.
Mm-hmm.
And I was out at his place, or did we have them brought in?
Yeah.
Ben brought them in. And he was like, they're going to come in heat soon. I was like, okay, we'll breed them. And then he's like, you just raise the litters. It's easier on the females. So they came in heat within days of each other, with like 2 or 3 days of each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then one of my females came in heat that I also really wanted to breed to Rat. And I was like, well, I guess we're going to have a busy summer.
Yeah.
So that's how we got that many. But I mean, I guess you can call me a breeder, but I like the dogs. I like working the dogs more than...
Mm-hmm.
Select breeder.
Yeah.
Not just breeding to breed, but trying to make the best.
But at the same point...
And reproduce what we like and have, so...
There's a conversation I've had several times with a good friend of mine in the leopard breed, and our problem is we don't have breeders putting dogs on the ground. And so we're kind of getting to the point where it's like getting harder to find good dogs because we're not, as a breed, we're not producing a lot.
Right.
So what is produced, we're getting more and more closer related.
Yes. And you look at like Walker dogs, like I could probably pull it up on my phone because they don't send the magazine anymore. God forbid. But I think the last time we got a magazine, I swear to God, J.R. Gray's Willie dog had like 3,400 pups.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just, it's a different thing. And I'm not knocking Walker dogs by any means.
Yeah.
Because they are some incredible animals. But they just have the sheer numbers.
Oh, absolutely. No, like I was talking to somebody the other day. I said, there's a dog in our breed. He sired 4 litters. And I don't know the total number of puppies. But I'm like, he probably has more puppies on the ground out of that male dog that's 3 years old than any other leopard in the breed right now. Like, there's just not, we don't breed a lot of, So, you guys are obviously not walkers, but you're not leopards. You're in the middle. But
yes,
it takes producing good dogs to have good dogs.
And you have to, and as that, you also have to understand that, like, not every puppy born is going to make what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm okay with that. Like we just had we had 3 families here last week, and they are great families. They are going to love their pets. They're going to also work them. But they might not make it to a night hunt.
Yeah.
They seemed interested in showing.
Yeah.
But at some point, maybe they'll make it to a night hunt.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm selecting a puppy out of a litter or choosing to keep an entire litter, I'm looking for like the one,
mm-hmm.
the special
absolutely.
one. But like you said, you have to have puppies on the ground.
Yeah.
To improve your breed, you have to have numbers, and that's
mm-hmm.
that's how breeds grow and gain popularity.
Exactly.
So it's been a busy summer, but it's been good, and every day we're getting closer to our goal.
Good.
Or my goal.
What's your goal, Brenna?
I mean, this is definitely Zach's operation, but I'm here to support.
She's not here to. She is like, if there was a midwife for puppies.
No, I do like raising the puppies.
She can raise puppies like I've never really seen people raise pups before.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know that maybe it's something special that you do that I don't know about. But they're always clean, they're always fat, they're always happy. They're never sick like she does. She does incredible, and we do a good mix. She does a good mix because I don't want to take credit for this, but she does. I believe that animals are to be animals.
Mm-hmm.
So their natural motherly instinct is going to kick in.
Yeah.
But also we care about everything that we have,
mm-hmm.
like, very deeply. So if we can intervene, whether it's trimming umbilical cords or breaking the sac, when they're born, or cleaning them off, suctioning the lungs and things like that. Like, there's a lot of things to do.
Mm-hmm.
We try to have a good mix of, like you said, letting the mom do her thing, but also being there to make it as successful as possible.
Sometimes they need that little extra help.
Yeah. And we like having people come here and look at the puppies and stuff like that, because it just shows what time and effort we put into raising
absolutely.
them and kind of what we're all about. So
I think one of the biggest improvements that I've seen is we have these heated whelping boxes now.
Mm-hmm.
So you can set that temperature to, what's the puppy's temperature?
like 85, 90 is the box.
So that's the box, but I think their internal's like near 100.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it keeps those puppies so comfortable.
Yeah.
Like you're used to seeing.
Even in the summertime.
Yeah, in the summertime even, because that kennel's air conditioned. Well, they're
mm-hmm.
both air conditioned, but like you see people post these pictures and all these puppies are like huddled in a big ball.
Yeah.
And the heated whelping box like eliminates them having to huddle in a ball.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just the floor, but like they're so content and just like sprawled out. And yeah, we think that plays a big part in it.
Because I don't think they can control their internal temperature till they're 2 weeks old.
Yeah, not for a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're going out and you're seeing 6-8 puppies and they're just laying in the whelping box spread out, none of them are saying a word. They're all happy. Like, that makes me feel good.
And I will say, your operation over the last several years has
greatly improved. And not saying you didn't have a good operation a few years ago, but just the last year and a half, you guys have done a lot here.
Well, we just had a memory pop up on Facebook of our oldest dog, Nellie. The kennel setup that we had for her that we thought was amazing.
And
now
it did. It
it's
worked.
like,
It worked good for what it was.
yeah,
It
definitely
did.
has transformed. So
Absolutely.
We've been very, very blessed with the dog world and
Absolutely.
just life in general. We've been very blessed.
Well, before we get too much further into this, why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
My name is Zack Southall. I am an avid black and tan enthusiast. I love competing, show dogs and hunting dogs. We have Goldmine kennels, Goldmine Black and Tans.
in Pennsylvania.
And well, we're near Hershey, Pennsylvania. But I would say our collective goal, as breeders, owners, handlers, and trainers, is to create the best black and tan that can be made. Whether it's putting a dog in the show ring or competing in the woods, that's what we want is to create the best black and tan.
And I'm his wife, Brenna Southall. I'm a teacher, and so I have some flexibility, and I'm off in the summers to kind of help with this. But it kind of started out as a hobby and now has transformed more into a business. But it's been fun, and he always started out as hunting and showing, and I was just like giving treats and snuggling dog on the couch. But that's also changed, and now I've also entered the show world.
So you've been pretty successful.
Yeah, so that's been fun, and just like meeting all the people in the Black and Tan
And aren't you
family, basically.
Something in the Black and Tan Association?
Yeah, so we both are on the board this year. I am the secretary of the Black and Tan Association, and Zach is executive vice now. So,
Okay.
Moving up in the world.
Yeah. But that's been fun too. Just getting to know a lot of people and having that role.
Yeah. And even with other breeds, you start to, I don't want to say make a name for yourself, but in a sense you do.
Yeah.
You start to show up and you start to win, and people notice you.
Absolutely.
And then you become close with other people and you make connections, and unfortunately, the dog world, the hound world, isn't getting bigger.
No.
So it's very easy to make enemies. And that's not the kind of person that I am. I try to be a godly man wherever we go, and make good connections and good relationships with people. And that's really, the basis of how we have got to where we are.
It's awesome.
It's been very good to us.
And we're about to have a baby in a few weeks.
Yes.
So we'll definitely be bringing her up in the dog world as well. So
Absolutely. Can't wait to meet her.
yeah.
She'll be less than a month old at Autumn Oaks.
At Autumn Oaks.
She'll turn a month old at Autumn Oaks.
Yeah.
The day you leave. I think
the 6th.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, she'll be
Since
1
you're
month.
scheduled.
Yep.
That's funny. Well, we will certainly see you there. But do you remember how we met?
I want to say, was it at Black and Tan Days?
No. It's at the Great American Outdoor Show. So you were working the booth for the taxidermist that you worked
For
at.
Westerners, yeah.
And you had one of your... I think you had Ember. I think.
It could have been. It was probably Ember.
In the booth with you. So I stopped and I talked to you. Because, when you walk around the Great American Outdoor Show, there's lots of bird dogs.
Oh, yeah.
But nobody has and there's houndsmen there, but nobody brings hounds. And here you're standing there with a black and tan. I was like, let's talk to this guy. And I had just done the podcast with Wade.
Wade Coons?
Yeah.
Yep.
And so we got to talking, and you're like, oh, yeah, I just listened to your podcast with Wade. And so then we started talking, and then that's the first year I think I went to Black and Tan Days. So
Heck,
just
that
happened
was
right
like 4 years ago, I guess, almost, right?
probably somewhere in there.
That's funny.
Time
And then I
flies.
probably only met you at Black and Tan Days.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that same year I went to Black and Tan Days. Because you guys aren't too far, but you're almost 2 hours from me. So a little out of like the normal circle.
Mm-hmm.
We've probably seen you more in the past year than like at Chesterburg's. And
Yeah. Well, you, not your husband.
Yeah.
Your husband's playing hooky. You keep showing up with all the events. Zach's been off doing other things.
I've had a busy year.
It'll be better now.
Yeah, I've had a busy year. It's been good, but it's been busy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I did forget about the outdoor show.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. I'm like, I have to say, I'm pretty sure she's still the only, coonhound I've ever seen there.
I don't think I've ever, and we usually go, and again, I preach about making connections and making friends. Like, I go every year. I don't need to walk around the show. It's the same old. But, like, I made friends in the outfitter hall that are, like, lifelong friends now.
Yeah.
So I go every year just to make sure that I get to see them, give them a hug their families, and that's just, it's cool how
I saw that one puppy one time. I think it was a plot. Actually, I think it was like, whatever you said, a buckskin.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it was a puppy, and I saw the ears, and I had to go say hi.
Yeah, because over at Stone Creek, they always have their beagles, but other than that.
I think it was a cat hunting outfit.
Okay.
I think they had a puppy in. I think they were actually selling it to another cat hunting outfit.
Gotcha.
And it just so happened that the outdoor show was the time to meet up.
That's funny. 2 cat hunting outfits drive all across the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was one of those where like they don't live where they outfit.
Yeah.
So wherever they raise the litter, it was just, but you know how dog deals go.
Oh, yeah.
It's always something
Absolutely.
out of the ordinary.
Well, heck, you've helped me make some dog deals. You drove a dog out to Illinois for me, so.
Yeah, heck, we were just going camping that weekend. We weren't even, it wasn't even anything dog related.
For you
Yeah. And then we ended up getting my show dog lady.
Yeah. Brought the puppy back.
Took a dog out and brought the puppy back.
It's funny.
It's hard to go anywhere where there's no dog dealings.
Yeah,
Well,
at this
especially
point. At this point, pretty well everywhere we go is some kind of dog dealing.
Yep.
Whether it's swapping or buying something or selling something, like we deal dogs, and we're not dog traders.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be that.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's kind of the dog life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm fully invested.
You 100% are. And it's been fun to just kind of sit here and watch your journey through it. Like I said, a lot's changed for you in the last several years. Even when I met you, you had some dogs, but not the numbers that you have now. You weren't as serious as you are now.
And I think the quality has also changed. Like, we've kind of narrowed down our, even though 27 doesn't sound like it, that's what the puppies, but like, we've been more select, I think, with our, like, buying or selling or even what we're keeping out of litters and stuff like that. So,
because I'll tell everybody, even when they go to buy a pup, like, I am making a cross to keep something out of it and win with it.
Mm-hmm.
That is my goal.
Absolutely.
Of doing that. And I know you said it earlier, if you're not doing that as a breeder of any kind of dog you're doing, you're doing it for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
I want to improve our breed. I want to improve houndsmen, and I think hounds have kind of got like a bad rap over the years. I don't know why. Like, people think they're like, oh, they're not good pets, and like, they are working dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say they're definitely not as high drive as like a Malinois or anything like that, but you need to work your animal.
But I mean, if you can own a German Shorthair, you can own a Coonhound.
Yeah.
Like, drive level wise.
And honestly, I think a Coonhound is probably more lazy than a German Shorthair is. But
I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of people that own active breeds that, like you said, maybe not a Malinois, but
yes,
but they're not a Basset Hound either.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. You gotta exercise them, and walking isn't exercise.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be run. So whether you have a fenced-in yard or you teach them how to recall, which is a must for all dogs, but
can be tricky with hounds.
It can be because they're so stubborn, but yeah. That's what we're shooting for.
Just mentioning the recall thing, and I think most people listening to this, they're houndsmen, so they realize this, but hounds are very smart. Well, some are not. But I think hounds overall have gotten smarter, and especially, like, it doesn't take a lot of work with a Garmin.
Mm-mm.
I say Garmin because it's just the number one out there. But an e-collar of any type, and it's really not that hard, and it's not like you've got to fry them or, electrocute them to get them to listen. No, like, so you lay some groundwork when they're real little, and it's not that hard to get them to recall.
The best thing that we have done, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but we have a chain in the front yard that we let the inside dogs go to the bathroom on. When we have a puppy,
because our front isn't fenced in.
Yeah, because our front yard isn't fenced in. But when we have a puppy, like, if you get that puppy on the chain in the front yard, they learn how to be separate from us, so they get comfortable with that. And then when you go outside and say, well, I just use Rose, for example, because she was the last puppy we did it with, but you go out there and call her name, and she gets used to coming to you. And you always have a check with the chain. She doesn't recall, you bump the chain, and she'll come into you.
And you don't even really need treats because their reward is getting to see you and getting to come back inside.
Yeah.
They like.
I'm kind of anal about that, though. Like, manners in a dog, obviously we can't keep all these dogs inside.
Yeah.
We have nice kennels built for our dogs, but I think the more that I work for the dogs, keeping their area clean, giving them exercise, keeping their brain stimulated, I think the better they work for me in the woods.
100%, because they're not wired. They're not just got all this pent up energy. So when you take them to the woods, they're ready to work.
Yes, that's their sole purpose, is to work.
And at the same point, because you've spent all that time with them, there's a bond there. They know who you are. They
trust.
Listen.
Yeah.
Where if you don't mess with a dog and all you do is leave it in a kennel and you go leash it and take it out to the woods and you turn it loose, it doesn't care about you at all. So
Right.
all that time, effort goes into that.
Yeah, so that's where we've kind of built. We've been selective, especially over the past year or so, and not saying that anything we had before wasn't good, because we were successful before, and we've been very blessed with connections, but especially now we've been very selective on what we're purchasing and what the goal is for the future. Because if you don't plan for the future, there's never going to be a tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I'm looking, for the next best thing, because I always want to be in the winner's circle as much as I can be. This
year you've purchased some really top-notch dogs to get you there.
Yeah, we've been like I said from the beginning, we've been very blessed. Last February, we bought Maggie. And we bought her, I think, 2 days after she won the Winter Classic. She was the Black and Tan female from Winter Classic. And then this year, we bought Rat from David. Rat was a proven winner. You've hunted with Rat.
Yeah, I hunted with him at Autumn Oaks last year, and actually, anybody that watched the Autumn Oaks video, he was in that video.
Yeah, he was in the video, and he was every bit of in the cast, just caught a tough break, and you can't win them all.
Yeah.
It'd be nice if you could, but that's not how life goes. And then we bought Bomber, and that deal ended up getting done in March. And then, actually, just last week, we bought Dolly. So.
Wait a minute, I don't even know about Dolly. Who's Dolly?
That was kind of I don't want to say a spur of the moment thing.
That was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it's probably 2-3 weeks ago now. But yeah, we bought Dolly too.
Okay.
I think she's a couple bucks short of being a silver champion.
Nice.
She's a grand night show champion. She's a really nice hound.
Nice.
She's a lot of shape right now.
Okay.
But we're working on that. Wesley's been been getting her dialed into shape. So
Awesome.
Conkeys Outdoors is proud to be a sponsor of Tree Talking Time. Family, hunting, tradition is the Conkeys motto. They understand the importance of passing down the tradition of hound hunting. They are a family-owned business that treats you like family. They also understand the importance of having the gear you need when you need it. Conkeys carries everything for your next hunt, and it ships to your door quick. They also offer great warranties on all tracking systems and financing options. Check them out at conkeys.com. You can also use the code TreeTalkingTime5 in all caps to save as well. Whether you hunt squirrels or coon, the World Tree Dog Association is your home for tree dogs. With a focus on family, fair competition, and growing the sport, the WTDA offers events for everyone, from your first hunt to top-tier competition. Some upcoming events are the Jerry Cowan Memorial Coon Hunt. On August 8th, the deadline is 7:30 p.m. It will be held in Western Grove, Arkansas. Next is the Missouri State Squirrel Hunt, Bench Show, and Train Contest on October 17th in Doniphan, Missouri. And last is the Indiana State Hunt. The Coon Hunt is Friday, October 23rd. The Squirrel Hunt, Bench Show, and Train Contest are Saturday, October 24th in Brookville, Indiana. If you have any questions about any of these events or hosting your own WTDA event, call Kevin at 870-204-4829.
So yeah, we've been, like I said, with Maggie, Bomber, Rat, Dolly, and before that, when we first met, Ruger,
Yeah.
David had bought me Ruger, and that dog, I mean, that dog could never do anything the rest of his life other than wag his tail when I feed him. And he's done more for myself and my family than I could ever ask of a dog.
I mean, he's got you to where you are today, so
Yeah.
he's a big reason that you're here. And
he was kind of like the dog that pushed me to the next level, and some people might not like his style, but I sure did a lot of winning with him.
Mm-hmm.
He was a registered 5-year-old dog when we bought him.
Okay.
And we knew he was a really, really good dog. He just wasn't getting taken to town.
Yep.
And I had a dog or two of David's at the time. And they were nice dogs, but they just weren't like getting me to where we wanted to be. And David was like, I know where there's one at. I'll buy it for you. You go pick him up and put your name on him and go to winning.
And that's David Gilman.
David Gilman.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I know who you're talking about.
Yes.
Because even when I recorded a podcast with David, you guys were sitting right there. So.
Yeah, and we, myself, David, Misty, and Brenna, like even to this day, we are best friends. That I think I talk to David probably once or twice a day, even if it's just about nothing. Like if he's planting corn or if I'm deer hunt, something we talk every day.
I understand.
But I think we got Ruger in March, and I had him dual champion by Black and Tan days. That was the goal. And we won. What did we end up? I think
Third.
I won third place in the dual dual champions on Thursday night. And then Friday night, Thursday was when you were with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then Friday night, we won the whole Black and Tan days. High score. That night was that was crazy. That was surreal. I don't think I know I didn't sleep that whole night because we were waiting for scores to come in and see what they were going to be. And I knew I had a pretty good shot of being high score. But until like I actually got the trophy and the light and like everything that went with it.
And I think that was my first time going to Black and Tan days.
It was.
Okay.
And so it was like we didn't even know what happened.
So he was.
That was yours in Ohio.
That was Mount Gilead.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say I started putting him in hunts in March. I think we bought him at the end of February. I started putting him in hunts in March, and by the next year at TOC, he was a Grand Night 2.
Nice. I didn't realize that you had only gotten him that, in March because I hunted with him at Black and Tan days.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't realize you had just gotten him.
Yeah, he was fresh. He was fresh to me,
Mhm.
when I got him, and I can't say I did any training on the dog.
Yeah.
He was just he was a finished dog
Mhm.
that was fed a lot of coons, and he was very confident about doing what his job was.
Nice.
Went on to win Black and Tan days that year on Friday night. We didn't win King, but we won 2 casts. I think he made 17 trees.
Oh, wow.
14 of them had coon, 2 circle trees, which were legitimate dens. One of them had a coon in it, but we couldn't get the whole cast to get it scored. And there was 1 slick tree. And then we won casts at Tournament of Champions 2 years in a row. Casts at Zones. Qualified for the World Hunt. So Autumn Oaks, we won casts with him at.
Nice.
He was Ruger's my buddy.
Mhm.
Like I said, he kind of got me to where I'm at to where I'm at now.
It's awesome.
Yeah, and then I guess after that, I was still winning with Ruger last year. I hunt Ruger last year. Yeah, I turned his final scorecard at Zones last year.
Oh yeah.
And then I did a lot of winning with Maggie.
Well, before that, Ember.
Ember. Yeah, I did some winning with Ember.
I've hunted with Ember a few times.
She's fun.
Mhm.
She's different.
Yeah.
We can talk about our annual, not so annual anymore, but our fun coon hunt that you took Ruger and I took Ember.
Oh yeah, we used to do a little annual husband versus wife coon hunt.
I like it.
Try to do a competition style,
I
and
don't go out very much.
no, not hardly at all. And I would always have to. I would try to be nice to her. She would try. I'd always let her pick which dog she wanted to handle. And if she would go to tree or dog, obviously I hunt him a lot more than she does, and all more than she does.
I also know what kind of handler he can be, so.
I've actually only been on one competition night hunt, and that was a youth cast with
Okay.
his sister, and that was with Ruger. And
And I
it's
was-
hard.
Was that at the Maryland?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was 2 years ago.
But yeah, she made the wrong call a couple times, but I was like, I would have said the same thing because I don't. It's when you hear 4 dogs at the same time, that's hard.
And
Yeah.
I couldn't say anything to her because I was proud of her for doing it.
Yeah.
But like as she was making the calls, I
You're
just
just, like,
wanted
cringing.
I wanted to rip my hair out.
Yeah, but it's the same at home. Like, if the dogs bark in the kennel, we'll be like, who is that? Or I'll say, that's so-and-so. And he's like, that is not that dog. So he definitely has more of an ear for it than I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, she you beat me the one year.
I don't know if it was fair and square, but I'll take it.
We turned loose, and I don't think the dogs went 100 yards. And Ember located, and she was on the other side of the power line from Ruger. And it was just she was just like striking tree Ember, and I was like, what?
At that time, I feel like she didn't really strike a lot on the ground.
Yeah, at that point she didn't open a whole bunch on the ground.
So once she barked, it was like, you better tree her.
Okay.
And that was before you had hunted with her, Ben, where
Yeah.
she will now not shut her mouth, which is awesome. I love that.
You like them early strike dogs?
Yeah, I've been in a lot of big hunts. And I feel like to compete, you have to have a dog that's going to get its mouth open quick.
I can see it. I see the advantage of it.
Because if you have a dog that gets 2 1/4 out of the truck,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting at 150, you automatically have to tree 2 coon to beat that dog.
Yep.
So if I can get my mouth open quick and get treed quick, I'm already sitting a lot better, because anymore with the dogs going different directions,
Yeah.
you're not reopening a set of strike points. You're just not. But that's I do enjoy a dog that gets open quick.
Yeah.
That's one of my open quick and treat quick.
No, I understand. Like I said, I definitely see the advantage of it, especially for competition hunts.
Yeah. And there's a lot of guys that do a lot of winning with quarter strike dogs.
Yep.
I just I like a quick strike dog.
Mm-hmm.
I like to hear them.
It's all preference.
Yeah. I like to hear my dog. You know, I don't want to say from the snap of the leash, because that gets into the babbling debate that everyone talks about so much, but pretty well from, you know, not long after the lead's unsnapped, I like to have one barking.
Yeah.
Pretty good. And that's how Maggie's a little bit more of she's more of a mid-grade
Okay.
strike dog. But she can pick it up. She picks it up with accuracy.
Yeah.
You know, I would say 90% of the time, 90 to 95%, she's going to have something.
Mm-hmm.
A coon, you know, when she sits down and gets treed.
Nice.
And she's very independent. It's very rare you pull her off a tree with another dog.
Yeah.
Same with Rat and Bomber and Dolly. I've never even seen Dolly in the flesh. I don't know what the dog looks like. I know what she looks like.
Yeah, she's black and tan. They all look the same.
They have differences.
We just had this discussion out there. I'm like, I don't know which dog's which, because, you know, they're all black and tan. So, you know, yeah, I've seen Rat. Yeah, I've seen Ruger. Could I have told you which one was which? Not really.
I've gotten better at that now, but Zach was making fun of me because we wanted to keep a puppy out of this one litter, and I was like, I like that one because she has a darker face or something like that. And he's like, what, you don't want him to look like...
No, that was the vet that said that. The vet, Ian and Tara said, they're like, what, you don't want it to look like your other dogs?
Oh. And I was like, well, they can have different features.
See, I'm the exact opposite. Every dog I have looks wildly different.
Yeah.
Well, and then we just had all the puppies running around from 3 litters. And,
Yeah.
well, at first I was like, because David and Misty had theirs like all in the pen, and I was like, how do they tell which ones are from which? But now I can kind of understand.
See, like last year I had a litter, and I had 2 puppies that were black with brindle trim. Remember the one I brought to the automotive? I was like, I got a black and tan. But I could not tell those 2 apart unless I really, really looked at them.
You have to like analyze sometimes.
Some of them are really close.
Like, we called them the twins, and like basically they were one unit, because it's like, where's the twins at? Because I didn't know which one was which. So as long as you had 2 black puppies, you were good.
You're good to go.
Meanwhile, everything else looks wildly different. So, but that's the nice part about leopard dogs. Nothing looks the same.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. You know, we're trying to make the best and hitting hunts. We were at the Wesley had Bomber at the Pro Sport truck hunt Friday night.
And Wesley handling some dogs for you.
Yep. Yeah, and I probably left a bunch out of my story and everything, but like, you cannot do this without a team of people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether it's somebody that you get puppies from, or somebody helping you train dogs, or somebody to talk on the phone to after you were done hunting and you're wondering what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, I've been, again, very blessed with a very tight-knit group of people that I can call whenever, you know, I've mentioned David's name, David Gilman, a bunch of times. Wesley, which is actually funny, is because
but back up to how you even met David, because that was...
Yeah, he saw I was winning with our old Nelly female, and he reached out and was like, hey, would you like to run a dog, and I was like, I guess I didn't know what was what at that point.
But we only met him 5 years ago, and he's like family. So it's just funny, like that doesn't seem that long ago. But yeah, we were at Autumn Oaks. That was our first time at Autumn Oaks with Nellie, Ember, and then the dog that you were hunting, Uncle James, which is out of David's stuff. So we like showed him what the dog looked like, and then we started talking,
and he sent me King, which is funny how this all turns out, is because we bought Rat, and in Rat's litter there was 2 puppies. There was Rat and there was King.
Okay.
And King was at my house for 2 years.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he was at my house for 2 years.
We raised a couple litters from him.
And then
that's funny. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's weird how it goes full circle. But then, like I said, Wesley helps me greatly. You know, I've been kind of told from higher authorities that, like, hey, listen, you're not doing much this summer.
You might have some other obligation.
Yeah, there might be a baby due in a couple weeks.
Exactly.
So it's been hard for me. I don't want to say to sit at home, you know, because, you know, I still have a lot of work with the dogs in the kennels and keeping dogs in shape.
Yeah.
But like missing some of these big hunts that I want to be at.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be able to do that without Wesley. He does incredible, and he's probably one of the best dog trainers that I've ever been around. He knows what to do in different situations, and if nothing else, you know, he will put a dog in the woods 5-6 nights a week, and that is a guarantee.
That's what it takes.
And even Wade Coons, you know, I am great friends with Wade Coons.
Yeah.
If I ever have something going on, I'm like, yo, I just had this happen. I never seen this before. He'll tell me how to fix it. Or
that's great. Just having that knowledge and somebody that you can bounce it off of.
Yeah, it goes back to, you know, I feel like I'm beating a dead horse by saying making connections and being a good person and knowing people. I think, you know.
I think, definitely connections in the dog world, but also these people have become really close friends to us. So.
Yeah, even like even family.
Oh, absolutely. It's funny. Like, majority of the people that I talk to regularly, it's funny. Most of them don't even live local.
Yeah.
Like, I've got friends that I've known since I was little, and I'm not discounting them. They're great friends. But we just get busy and pull different directions, and it's like people that I talk dogs with.
Yeah.
I talk all the time with them.
Yeah, and it was even like the other night when we had all that smoke and stuff here. It's just stupid stuff. Like Wade texted me, he's like, this heat and smoke sucks.
Yeah.
Like you can't turn a dog loose in that.
No.
Like you can, but
risk, getting a dog laid up.
Yeah.
Not being able to breathe.
So, and it's just stuff like that, and getting pups started and different tactics on.
Well, and then even with Wade Coons, now my brother-in-law and sister are raising red bones, so we made that connection too, and so.
Yep.
It's fun.
The dog world is, it's very fun. And
Absolutely.
I've been, like I said, we have been more than blessed with everything that we got going on.
For sure.
It's kind of hard to wrap my head around still yet. Kind of where we are now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, like I said, it's been fun to watch your journey, especially I would say like the last year and a half. Just big leaps and bounds.
I hope it's a fun journey to watch, not a giant crapshoot.
No, it is fun.
Because sometimes I wake up in the morning and I'm like, man, this is a disaster that I have going on at my house. When we have all these puppies barking and stuff, but it's I feel like I'm doing the right things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then you have like those families that pick up puppies, and 2 of the families just this past week surprised their kids by getting a puppy, and so like
That's
that
awesome.
stuff makes it all worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good too because I know like they had expressed interest. Well, the one family has previously shown and hunted and competed, so that's good to know. And I try to place puppies where they're going to get used for what the dogs are bred to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want our puppies to get cared for.
Oh, absolutely.
To our expectations.
Yeah.
And I think that's one thing at our house that we extremely strive to do is care for our dogs. Make it noticeable.
Yeah.
That we do different than a lot of people do.
Mm-hmm. You guys do an excellent job. That's for sure. I've been, like I said, been blessed to be able to come here and see your kennel operation several times. So it is one of the best that I've seen. Especially in the coon hound world. Like the hound world, you don't tend to see your kennel rivals a lot of bird dog, big bird dog kennels.
Yeah. And that's kind of what, I don't want to say I wanted to copy bird dog kennels, but I have inspiration, from my boss, really. He keeps me in check.
Yeah.
Not saying that I'm lax by any means, but his standards are like way up here.
Yeah.
And I strive to have those same standards as to be as good as it can possibly be.
Yep.
And that's, not only with dogs, but translates to kind of everything in life.
Absolutely. No, and I think that's a good note to end this one on, because me and these wild heathen kids that keep talking, we got to get home.
They've been doing good.
But it's been great sitting here with you guys, and I really appreciate you allowing us to come.
They're going to put on a clinic at Youth Nationals next week.
I don't know about that. I don't know about a clinic, but we're going to see if we can at least hold our own. So, right? Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Tree Talking Media. And until next time, keep them talking in the timber.